put your head down and work. That's what I did. And don't compare yourself to nobody. I feel like your path is your path. And that's what I kind of learned at a young age. Like, I felt like my time was coming as long as I put the work in, which I did. And, I'm almost to my dream, but, I still got work to do once I achieve that goal. So, I feel like it's just your path is your path. Your time is your time. So I feel like just keep working.
Hello, everyone. This is author Tim Brown of the book Uncommon Athletes, Filled with Passion, Fueled by Purpose. And I'm excited today to have with me a young man who just recently gave us a great season at Ohio State. He gave us a great year there and has made that decision to move on to that next level. But I want to talk to Malaki Branham today. And I want you to know, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and like so I continue to post these videos. Malaki, how are you today? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. You still got that smile going. That's a good thing. That smile is magic, brother. As we begin, let's talk about your beginning in sports. How did you begin playing sports? What drove you to sports?
So like when I was younger, my mom, always kind of put me in sports. Like I played soccer, baseball, kind of sports. But then, when I started playing basketball when I was 3. So I was into basketball at a young age. So I just stuck with basketball. So
yeah. When did you fall in love with the game? What was that moment when you decided, hey, I love this basketball?
Yeah, I fell in love with it when I was a 9th grader. Just kind of seeing the work just unfold and, seeing like me just getting better as, I kept working. So I fell in love with the game, just seeing all the hard work paying off, at 9th grade. So.
Yeah. Was there a moment in that 9th grade where you realized, hey, I can really be good at this game? This game.
It was my sophomore year. The end of the year, I got my first offer from Akron U. Just that's what I kind of wanted. I wanted some offers, so my parents, didn't have to, scrounge around for money and pay for my college. So just getting that first offer kind of just made me seem like I can really do something with this. So I just kept working.
Yeah, you've always been a well-balanced young man. How have you been able to maintain a high GPA and sports? Because you've always done both academically and athletically. How have you been able to maintain both?
Really just, I'm a student first, student athlete. So I got to get the work done to be on the court. So I feel like that was always just my mindset. Like if I'm on basketball at the highest level and even, like at my high school and college level, I had to have the grades for it. So I just found a way to, just push through all my assignments, even though it was some long assignments, but just getting through them assignments, just, to play the game I love. So.
Yeah, I think sometimes young people don't realize how important academics is, and doing well in the classroom equates to doing well on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can be successful in the classroom, figuring out all those and managing that schedule, all those different classes, surely you can figure this basketball game out.
Yes,
that becomes easy, easy for you. And then the same type of effort that you put forth on the court, you put that same type in the classroom, and you get those same results.
Yes, sir.
So I really appreciate you for that. I know that faith and family have always been important in your life. Can you describe the role that faith and family have played in your life? What role have those played in your life?
It's played a big role in my life. Faith, I pray to God every night. I pray for my family, I pray for everybody, that's in my circle, and just praying for, the process that he has for me, the path that he has for me. I believe in him. And also for my family, they believe in me as much as I believe in myself. So, just having that support system around me is very good.
Yeah, one of the words that people say about you, there's 2 things people say about you. One is you always have been humble, always been a humble young man and appreciative, but also you also have a sense of loyalty. That you have your circle is small, but that circle is you're loyal to that circle, and they've been loyal to you through this whole process. Can you talk about what's kept you so grounded? You had great success in high school. You Player of the Year, you Ohio Player of the Year. You playing Akron St, won 2 state championships. I heard another broadcast. You wanted 4. You was trying to get greedy, but you got 2. You got 2 because the Kobe year stopped you from getting 3, and then you got hurt the sophomore year. So I know the story.
Yeah.
I know the story. You was trying to get all 4. So with all that success, what has kept you so grounded and so humble?
Really my family. They raised me right. I'm not really a guy that showboats and, wants people to see my success. I just keep working, and, that success is just gonna keep getting bigger. So I felt like that's just been keeping me grounded, is just like my family raising me the right way.
Man, amen. I'm glad you said that. And we, in this world, it's good to hear a young man say that. And when you say raised the right way, what is your definition of the right way?
The right way,
Yeah.
being respectful,
Yes. Yes.
just not being disrespectful. My grandma, my mom, they always want me to be respectful to people, even though if they're not respectful to me. It's always been, it's always good to be respectful no matter what. So I feel like just not just showing out, not showing what I can do, not telling people like, all that. So I feel like just me being respectful, and just being disciplined. So
Yeah, that's a great word, right there. Respect and discipline, they go hand in hand for sure. They definitely go hand in hand. You left us here in Columbus. I was looking forward to watching you continue to play, and next thing we know, you gone.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that move to Akron to play high school basketball at Akron St. Vincent. We all know that's LeBron's high school, playing on his court, and
yeah.
how did that transition go for you, going to Akron and
But
playing there?
yeah, it went well. I was definitely glad I made a decision. Just looking back at it, I made the right decision to move up to Akron. Just me becoming a better young man, under Coach Drew, and also a better basketball player, get me ready for college basketball. Was what I wanted, and that's what I got when I moved up there to Akron. So, I'm glad I made the decision to move up there.
Yeah, you had a storied basketball career there. You guys played in a lot of big games, a lot of big high school games in front of
Yeah,
some
yeah.
big crowds. How did that prepare you for that next level at Ohio State?
Yeah, it prepared me pretty good, just seeing like, I played, high school games with big crowds. College games is like that every game.
Right.
So just kind of just having that under my belt, that prepared me. That prepared me for some games, especially like sold out games that we played this year. So
Good, good. A lot of young guys are dreaming of that success,
mm.
and opportunities at that next level. What advice would you give them?
Really just advice I really just say, just put your head down and work. That's what I did. And don't compare yourself to nobody. I feel like your path is your path. And that's what I kind of learned at a young age. Like, I felt like my time was coming, as long as I put the work in, which I did. And, I'm almost to my dream, but, I still got work to do once I achieve that goal. So, I feel like it's just your path is your path, your time is your time. So I feel like just keep working.
Mm. That's a good word for young guys, realizing that the path that God has for you is your path.
Mm-hmm.
I love what you said, but not comparing yourself to others, not looking
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
rankings, man, I should be ranked higher and I'm better than this guy.
yeah,
I don't know why he
yeah,
ranked higher than me,
yeah, yeah.
but realizing that it all works out. Cream always comes to the top,
Mm-hmm.
always comes to the top, and just staying grinding, staying working hard. Your definition, I always ask guys this: what's your definition of hard work? Because I hear this all the time, working
Yeah,
hard, working hard. What's your
yeah.
definition of hard work?
My definition of hard work is just being consistent on what you're doing in the gym, working on what you can't do as good as others. I feel like that's my definition of hard work, just being consistent in the gym and working at stuff that you need to get better at.
Good, good. Speaking of that, can you describe for the audience some of those intangibles that it takes to play basketball at the next level? We know the dribble, shooting, pass, and we got that
Yeah,
down. But what are
yeah.
some of those intangibles?
Yeah. I feel like some of the tangibles is just really being dedicated, especially at at the D1 level, like at a high major D1. You're gonna be in the gym for probably like 3-4 hours a day, while having your class before practice. So you're gonna be having a full day like every day of the week, even on the weekends. Like it's just really just being dedicated. It's being dedicated. It's a lot of hard work, especially just to get to D1, but also to stay in D1 and also, play big minutes. So I feel like that's it. Just really just being dedicated.
Mhm. What have you learned? What are some life lessons you learned from this 1 year or this college experience? So I know
Mm.
you come in as the freshman, and I know Coach Holtman and told you got to earn your starting spot. When did it click for you out there? I know you were playing a little bit early, but then all of a sudden you just kind of took off. Well, what
Yeah.
was that turning point?
Yeah, the turning point was just kind of me just having my own pace at the game. I felt like I was getting sped up a little bit at the beginning of the year, but finding just my spots where I can get to and make a play for the team, either that score or make the right decision. I feel like the game was just slowing down for me once I started playing at my pace. So
that's good. That's good. We also talk about in the book Uncommon. I talk about a lot about character, how important character is.
yeah,
I have this thing where talent will take you so far. Talent will get you to a certain level, but character is what keeps you there. I
yeah.
watch Giannis Haslin at Miami, who's still around. I saw him.
Yeah.
He presented that Sixth Player of the Year award to Tyler Hero, and here's
Uh-huh.
Giannis, and he doesn't play. He's not, but he's there because he's a good character guy, good locker room guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Could you describe, in your experience thus far, can you describe to these young players what it
Mhm.
means to be a good locker room guy? What does that look like? Just take us inside the locker room. What does that look like?
Yeah, so like you said, just taking y'all inside the locker room. It's really just having guys that are committed to the program, committed to the team, that just wants to win. Like they don't care how many minutes they play, they don't care if they shoot the ball as many times, like they just want to win. And I feel like those are good locker room guys, like Udonis Haslam, and also like some of the guys that was on our team. They had to they could have been somewhere else, but they decided to come to a winning team and, just build on that and, just helping the team win as like any possible way they can. So I feel like that's just having a great character. And that's what Coach Holman talked about, just being like having a great character and being a good person overall. So.
Yeah, because there's a lot of, as you were saying there, because everybody in that locker room is a Division I player. Everybody in the locker room could probably go somewhere else and start.
Yeah,
there's a lot of sacrifices being made. A lot of selfless players in their locker room. A lot of those guys who may not get to notoriety or get to shine, or people know their name, but they're all making everybody's making a sacrifice. From the top to the bottom. For the team to be successful. As you're going through this process now, getting ready for the NBA. What are some life skills you're learning along the way? Because I know that there's some things you learned about yourself, or so. Because now it becomes a business.
Yeah, definitely.
Running games, but now it's a business. What are some of these life skills that you learn along the way?
One life skill is just really just saving money. Once you get it, you want to spend it, but just having that financial advisor that I have, just talking to me and stuff, is definitely good. Just putting more of your money in the savings and put some of your money, in your checkings, just having that money so you won't have to spend it all. I feel like that's one of the lessons I learned so far. And just feel like you really just gonna have to be committed to working hard, just being dedicated. This is this is my job now. So this is what I got to do to feed myself and also my family. And I know there's other grown men out there. I'm only 18 years old. So I know it's 30-year-olds, actually really trying to feed their kids and stuff like that. So just having the opportunity to do that, is good. So just really being dedicated to this.
Great. What are some things you've learned about Malaki during this process? What have you learned about yourself?
What I learned about myself during this process, feel like, I really don't know how hard I work until I really look back at it. So I'm a hard worker. And, I'm still learning about myself. I'm only 18 years old. So I really don't know about that. I haven't.
No, that's good. I think the one thing you said there, you learning about how hard you really work.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you look back on it, you recognize that all this hard work was for this moment, that it was worth it, you look back on it, because some people say, why are you getting up at 5:30? Why is he in there 2-3 times a day? People trying to figure this out. Why is he not being he's a high school student, he's missing high school, missing all the fun, everybody else is having, So I think you look back at it, you're looking at yourself, and it goes back to that dedication word you keep using, that's really what it is. I dedicated, and then you're seeing the payoff now. So to speak. The payoff will be soon, of all that hard work. Speaking of that, as we wrap up, take me back to a young Malaki. What advice would you give? You're 18 now. What advice would you give to a young Malaki?
Yeah, at first I really didn't fall in love with the game when I was young, but now, fall in love with the game. I feel like just just keep working at it. I feel like, you know, I was frustrated sometimes, you know, missing shots and all that. You know, you're gonna miss shots. But I feel like, you know, me maturing, me growing up, kind of understanding that. But what I'll give myself, like, what do I tell myself? I'll probably just say, just keep working hard. Like, I kind of go back to that, you know, whatever God has for you, that's what it's gonna be, just a path. I feel like when I was younger, I was kind of focusing on, you know, we had social media, so we would kind of see all the top players, you know, and I kind of wanted to be in that spot. But me just saying, you know, forget all about that and just focusing on what I need to focus on to get better every day. So I feel like me was I would tell myself, just stay in the moment, you know, just keep working, and, you know, you're gonna find out where you want to be at.
That's awesome. Yeah, as you were talking, there was two scriptures came to mind. One was Romans says all things work together, you know, for the good of those who love the Lord, that are called according to his purpose, you know, according to God's purpose, you know. And I believe that God gave you this gift of basketball, not for you, but for his purpose, you know, to glorify him. And you've been doing that, you know, and I think as long as you stay in God's will, he'll continue to, you know, to bless you even more. But all the things, and that's just for you, as you go through this process, as you get older, I want to remind you that all things work together, you know, the good, because, you know, people look at your success now, but they don't know what you had to go through to get there.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you left Columbus, you know, you was the hot shot in Columbus. You would have been the man in Columbus, man.
You
leave Columbus to go to Akron, you know. Don't think everybody happy that you check it in the St. V, you know, like, come on now, you know, I've been dreaming, hear this guy coming in from Columbus, you know, taking my spot, you know, so to speak, you know. So I think people see the glory, but they don't know the story. You know, understand the story. But I want to thank you and your parents as well, and your circle, for you answering the call. Answering the call to the greater heights, you know, to do great things. And God has a plan for you. Definitely has a plan and purpose for your life. And I'm looking forward to watching all this come to fruition, you know. I'm looking forward to your name being called.
Sir, June 23rd.
That's today. That's today. That's what it's all about. Well, I appreciate your time. And I know you're busy, but I appreciate you taking the time. And I want to encourage those who are listening to continue to work hard, as Malaki said. And the big thing when you young guys talk about working hard, it's about being consistent. You know, you got to keep showing up, you know, and you got to keep showing up with the right attitude. You got to have a good attitude.
Attitude is definitely important.
Got to have that. And then you got to work hard. You got to work hard. That'll make you ahead of most guys. But the most important thing when you're working is you got to have a plan. You know, you just can't walk in the gym and just start shooting, you know, you got to have a plan. You got to plan, because I know every day you go in that gym, you got a plan. You know, your trainer has a plan. This is what we want to accomplish today. You know, as you look at your career going through, there was always a plan. You weren't just showing up at 5:30 in the morning just to get up, just to show up. You know, you got to have a plan, and the great ones have a plan. You have a plan, and so you want to continue on that plan, and that plan is God's plan for your life. So Malaki, I appreciate you for your time. I want to remind all those that are listening, please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button so we continue these. So OH.
IO.
There you go. All right. Take care, man. Appreciate you.
All right.